Here's to being in your 20s and not knowing what you're doing or where you're going, where we know everything and nothing at the same time, where we aren't fully grown, but we are no longer kids. Today, we take time to acknowledge the 20-somethings. Welcome back to another episode of the 20-somethings podcast. I'm your host, Corrupts, and we have another reoccurring guest today, my lovely friend, Nyante. So I was like, I think we do so well together. So I'm like, let me ask her to come back on. Let's chit chat. Let's recap. How was your week?
My week was very fun. I just came back from LA yesterday.
And what were you doing out there?
I came from a gala that we were honoring Usher and LL Cool J and Ivy McGregor from Be Good and Live Nation. So yeah, I was having fun with my BMAC family.
What do you think with all those people you name and how they've been like in the industry for so long? Like, what do you think it is? Like, what do you think creates that like longevity? I always wonder because I'm Usher's been in the game for years.
You have to really want it. You really have to want it. You have to want to make an impact. And I think a lot of the longevity, just based off of what everyone was saying in their acceptance speeches, a common theme was giving and wanting to get to a certain point in your career where you want to be able to give to your community and your family and things like that. So I feel like a lot of the times other people drive the need for your success.
Yeah, Charlemagne always says, if you're successful and you're at this height, it's no good if you can't share it.
Exactly.
Or if you can't spread it or just put people on game.
Exactly.
I think there's definitely people in the industry that are like gatekeepers though. Like they have this fame and this amount of power, but like they're not gonna
immediately
give or share the jewels.
Absolutely. And those people, it's gonna be really lonely in the end.
Yeah.
Like at some point it's gonna be really lonely. And they're gonna get to a point where they realize that that's not what any of that is about.
Yeah. Do you ever think about like dark side of industry?
All the time. Like I literally, when I was there, my friends were hitting me up like, don't go to the Diddy parties and shit like that. Like, you gotta know how to maneuver. You gotta know how to where to go, when to leave.
You
gotta know when to leave.
You gotta know when to leave.
Yeah, like before 12 a.m. is a good time.
I'm not gonna lie though, 300,000. You take an ecstasy pill. If Diddy was like, yo, 300,000, I'm gonna give you some ecstasy. Like, what's up?
Absolutely not. I am a woman of God.
Guess I won't share my answer. All right. All right, let's move on. So wait, we went out this last, was it 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Can we just talk about, like, me and Naya, we got into it at the speakeasy.
Oh, man.
And let me just say, if you've ever been to a speakeasy is very intimate, very, relaxing, calm.
Music, the jazz is playing. Quality cocktails.
Quality.
Low light, comfy cushions.
Yeah, for sure. And, like, for some reason, well, I know the exact reason. Let me just break down the day, though. So, the day begins. We have a nice day at the museum. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were artsy.
Yeah, it was super cute.
Super cute.
Have fun.
Then we go to a very nice, I guess, high elegant Italian restaurant. We had good pasta. We had great pasta.
Yeah, that was great. That lobster ravioli.
We meet this guy. The guy's very cool. And he's like, there's a speakeasy across the way. Mm-hmm. Now, hindsight, I mean, we're just following strangers. But it was a time.
We like to go with the wind, though. We do.
That's one thing that, like, when I'm with you, it's just like I know that anything is possible. I know that anything can occur.
But I could say the same about you. Like, I don't know.
We must bring it out of each other.
We have adventures. Truly.
So
that's what life is about.
That is what life is about. You need those type of friends. Mm-hmm. So we go to the speakeasy. We're in the speakeasy. We're chilling. You know, we might be a little. I don't even think we're tipsy, but like we're out there.
Right.
You know, we're social.
Right.
Extremely.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We weren't even tipsy.
So out of nowhere, Naya's like, "Can you believe it?"
No.
Oh,
no,
look,
she's skipping.
She's
skipping. The guy was like, oh my gosh, like you guys are so tight, like y'all mesh well together.
Yes. He says you guys balance each other out well. Like you guys do, like you guys are good together.
He's like, y'all mesh well together. Like he was saying something about like
he was complimenting our friendship.
How long term? Like he was saying something along
bitch. He didn't say nothing long term. He said, "You guys mesh well together."
Oh, okay. And I was like, "Oh yeah, no, you wouldn't believe that we had a falling out for 2 years."
No, she was like, "You wouldn't believe we didn't talk for 2 years."
No.
So now we turn to her.
No.
And then you know what I realized is we talked about this last pod, but we did not get into the reason that we stopped talking. Now it's irrelevant, but I want to get into it because I feel like we never, for one, we were in the speakeasy going back and forth about the situation, and
because I think at that point Anaya had realized that I didn't agree.
Yes,
with the reasoning
that she was. This whole time when we reconciled, I'm thinking like, okay, she knows where she fucked up at, right? No. So we're in the speakeasy, and we're going back and forth like, what are you talking about? Da-da-da. So this is the reason. I had a birthday dinner that was supposed to be held in D.C. Naya could not attend that birthday dinner for the reason of monkeypox. Now, to this day, I feel like the reasoning would have been valid if we knew someone who had monkeypox. If my producer knew someone who had monkeypox. If my brother knew someone. If the guy that was in the place with us knew someone that had monkeypox, I would have been like, yo, this is valid. So when she goes, but I get sick a lot. I have bad immune system. In my mind now I'm thinking, oh, she still thinks she's right. So now we're in the speakeasy. They're playing their instruments, and we're speaking over their instruments like, no, this is not right. And the guy, he's just looking at us like, do you think he was like, yo, these bitches are weird? Like, what happened? What happened? What just happened?
I think he was trying to diffuse the situation. Yeah. Like, he was like, okay, all right.
Maybe I started this. Maybe I contributed.
Maybe at that point I want to be like, relax, sir.
Yeah. Because honestly, I think we both understand that the friendship is more important than being right. I don't really now at this point who feels like they're right or wrong or whatever the case is. And you know what he actually said? He said, "This is petty." He said, "This is petty." He just met us and he's like, "This is petty." And I'm like, you know what?
It is.
Let's stop talking.
It literally, honestly, I even think back when that happened, because I thought, even after the speakeasy night, I thought about it, and I was just like, I don't even give a fuck about the situation. Like, I really,
right.
What the wrong part about it to me was the fact that we stopped talking for 2 years. That was the only, like, wrong. At that point, I didn't give a fuck what occurred, because, like,
it went too far. It went too long.
It went too long, and I was just like, I really just love my friend. Like I that's at the end of the day. um so yeah, no, I was just like I never give a fuck about being right.
Yeah.
But
And we laughed about it. We got in the car
we went
and
no, we after we went to the bathroom, we took a bathroom trip after that little tiff.
We did.
And we just started laughing. Like, bitch, we really just got into it just now.
Went into it at a speakeasy. I just don't understand.
We were supposed to be clinking drinks
Yeah.
and just keeping it cute.
We were definitely supposed to be very demure.
Very.
About the shit that was
very
going.
Mindful.
Very mindful.
No, we lost our minds.
Yeah. Good times, man.
Yeah,
good times,
we had
man.
a great time.
Like, I say all that to say friendships are valuable, okay? It's not about who's right, who's wrong.
Pick your battles.
She didn't lie, steal, cheat. You gotta pick your battles, okay? Let's move on. Can we talk about... I want to talk about this on this week's episode because I've been doing this a lot and I'm trying to figure out how to stop. Ghosting. How do I stop ghosting? And you know what? I don't want to carry this trait on when I'm 30. I want to stop it now.
Well, you gotta think about why you ghost.
I mean,
are you afraid of conversation or?
For sure. And you know what? I'm not only am I afraid of the conversation, I don't want to have the conversation. I can really like a guy and still ghost him. I mean, it's just it's something I do. It's just something I do. Do you not ghost?
I used to, like, very much so. Like, clean cut. You know, easy. Go about my day.
And I'm still following you on Instagram. I'm still liking your pictures.
Yeah.
Because you're cool.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a common trait of our generation, to ghost. Yeah, because, like, even when I do ghost those people, they don't follow up after. Like, so you get...
Exactly.
Yeah, like, they'll it's normal to just, like, be on each other's socials and stuff. So, yeah, no, I just...
And that solidifies that, like, the relationship was never worth it to me. Because I feel like if you don't follow up after I ghost you, you're not curious as to why I stopped talking to you. Like,
but also, I feel like people don't know how to have conversations anymore.
We don't.
I think that's what it is.
And it's the hard conversation.
Yeah, like, it's so... That really just speaks to the era that we're in and the generation that we're in. Like, niggas don't talk no more.
Why is it so bad to say, hey... I don't really like you, or I don't like where this is going, or I don't like how these interactions make me feel. I think I'm gonna stop talking to you.
I think social media fucked us up.
As to what? Feeling like we don't need to have the conversation?
People aren't exercising that tool. They're not exercising that conversation tool. They're all in the screens, liking shit. It's easy to be passive aggressive.
Yeah.
It's so easy to do that. It's easy to throw subs online than it is to say it to your face and tell you what the actual problem is. Sometimes, honestly, what I would do, I would just practice on the next person that I even have the inkling to ghost. I would just say it and see what happens. Like, they're not gonna bite you, or if they do, you know,
they're not. And I'll ghost for stupid shit. Like, you know, you don't have a car. I'll ghost you.
Well, are you asking? Is that a question you asked right off the bat?
Now,
like,
yes, absolutely. Do you have a license? Do you have a car? But sometimes you kind of notice, like, if you're talking to somebody, you know, or you're on FaceTime, you kind of see, you know, little parts of their life. And I can kind of tell, even from Instagram, you can kind of tell, like, you know, a person with a car, 9 times out of 10 has posted while driving, you know, or something along that matter. But that's how petty it is. Like, you don't have a license, gotta get out of there. I gotta get out of there. Or maybe a kid. Kids lie. Like, that's kind of a liable to ghost. Like, I might ghost you. It depends. Like, it depends. I might just stop talking to you.
But, like, what's hard about saying after they, you know, tell you that they have a kid, why can't you just be like, yeah, my lifestyle does not align with yours?
I should say that.
Yeah.
I should feel comfortable enough to say that.
But yeah, because who gonna hit you? Anybody gonna beat you up?
Yeah, I think it's just though. I think it's just having those conversations. I'm just not. I'm such a like. But I need to stop. I want to have those conversations. I want to be able to be like, yeah, I didn't really like this. This is why I stopped talking to you. Or I didn't really feel it. I don't really have, it was so bad one time. I stopped talking to a guy and, he texted me and he was like, hey, I want us to talk a little bit more. I want us, to see if we're, compatible. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Like, we should definitely talk more, see each other more. I also don't know if we're compatible. Now, in my mind, I knew we weren't compatible. I knew that I did not want to continue to date this person.
That was your time to say that.
That was my time to say that. And what did I do? Yeah. I ghosted after. I ghosted after. I don't know. I need to stop this. I do not want to carry this on in my 30s.
I think that does something for your confidence when you like come out and say it.
Yeah, like, when you're able to have those conversations.
Yeah, like you're gonna get to the point where you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna just say it. But yeah, no, that's gonna do something for your aura. It's gonna take it up like 1,000 points.
I tried. I had a rough conversation with like an old friend recently, and I understood why I don't have those. Even though the conversation went well, I was able to get what I had to say off and my feelings and everything like that, but it was just like the, rehashing and all, like, me expressing myself and you expressing yourself, and don't get me wrong, it was good, it was positive, but I understand why our generation does not do it. We are not mature enough 9 times out of 10 to be handling the conversations we think we're, we kind of just go on with life. And that's the thing, like, a lot of the people I've ghosted, they don't care to follow up. And I'm just like, okay, well, this wasn't a significant relationship anyway. Regardless. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, they probably just don't follow up because they don't know how to have the conversation either.
Like, why'd you ghost me?
Yeah, no one's that ballsy.
Would you say that?
Would you I personally would not have cared.
You're part of the problem. Are you too part of the problem?
Probably.
So, have you ghosted? You say you have. You've ghosted guys. Has it been a reason, or you just kind of was like, yep,
not done. Feeling it. Yeah, the last person I ghosted, the reason why I ghosted him was because he was a lukewarm Christian. That's why I ghosted him. And I was just like, I know what I want, so I'm just like gonna.
What were those actions that were like solidified that he was lukewarm? So our producer asks, what's a lukewarm Christian? You want to answer?
To me, personally, is someone who doesn't build their closeness or their relationship with God on a daily. Like, that's not a daily practice for them. That's important for me. We were having a conversation, and he was like, I was like, yeah, no, I'm about to, read my devotional for the night. Da-da-da-da. He was like, oh, damn, I need to get my Bible like you. That icked me for some reason. I was like, I'm not trying to lead you. But now hindsight thinking about it, I'm like, the Lord probably wanted me to lead you to him, and I just dropped the ball on you. I'm so sorry.
But these niggas are our assignments.
They're not, but my pastor said that we as children of God are supposed to be representatives of him, and I just was not a representative at that point. I was like the bad person in the call center. I hung up the phone instead of walking him through the survey process, and I feel like I let God down instead of rather this person.
Him.
But yeah, and I was like, when I heard that, I was like, ooh, peace. We're not going to work as romantic partners because I want my man to be able to lead me, in that way, and be able to lead our household in that way, or
you want him to already be doing these things.
Yeah, I want him to love God as much as I love God, as
Yeah.
much as I chase God, I don't want there to be unequally yoked partnership. No, thank you. But yeah, I think I'm doing a little better with confrontation though, like with having those conversations. The last guy that I was dating, I I didn't have a conversation, but I did leave him a letter on the table. I did. I left him a letter on the table and let him come home to that. And I left.
That's so poetic.
Yeah, I like a little drama.
You a 4-page letter.
I like that. I thought it was
that was
cute.
definitely out of a movie.
You know
how fucking broken I would be come home to a letter of like a guy basically breaking up with me or leaving me.
Oh, what would you do personally?
First thing, cry. I feel like I always have to. I feel like I have to be emotional first and then logical later. I've always felt like that about myself.
Do you feel like you would like call, blow up the phone?
After you send a letter, you can't call. Like I feel like you can't reach out.
You
like,
can't follow up.
The letter was like the nail in the coffin.
Right.
That's it.
No coming back from that.
It's like that was, man. You might as well have written like an obituary.
Damn.
For that relationship.
Damn.
Like it's raps.
That's super crazy.
What made you even? My whole thing is, why didn't you like you didn't think of doing it any other way? Like that was the way. Like, did you kind of think on that? Did you wake up that morning and was like, I'm gonna write a letter?
No, I didn't even do that. See, with me, I'm very impulsive. So I'm trying to get out of that. But I deliberated on it for about an hour or two. I walked his dog, because he left out for work that morning.
Yeah.
Some
bitch took the dog.
Oh. No, I don't like dogs. So I called a friend and I was just like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this thing. Am I tripping? Here's why I'm thinking about doing it. And she was like, whatever makes you happy, whatever you feel in the moment. That was the wrong thing she could have told me, because I'm going to take it and run with it. I am going to do whatever I want. So I did. I didn't want to text him. He actually ended up calling me before I left and told me like some terrible news, like there was a death or something. And I was like, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, and also by the way, I'm leaving and this is over. I don't want to ruin your day like that.
You ruined his day when he came home.
It was more delayed. There was more time.
Oh, the events spaced out.
It would have been too much to compact that.
You don't think? You don't think he sat in his tub like Rev Run?
At least he was
with
home.
The phone and was like, a lot happened today.
But imagine getting broken up with at work. You know what I'm saying? I've been there.
Yeah, I've been there.
Hated it. Left for the day. Said I wasn't feeling good. Said it was something going on with the fam. My thought process was like, okay, letter in his home, safety confines of his home. He's comfortable here. He can get right on his couch and think about it.
He used that letter to wipe his tears.
It was a short letter, but it was impactful. I told him he was a great man. I pray that God continues to cover you. You're going to be a great husband to a woman. It's going to be great. You're going to have a great life. Speak life into him.
Yeah. I think I just did that too.
Yeah.
Like with an ex. I was like, I'm grateful for you. What we've shared.
And that's all it's about. It wasn't him. It was me.
Yeah.
It was me. I was like, I'm not ready for a man like you.
Women never say that.
Yeah, no, he's a great man.
Yeah.
I don't think, like, mentally, I was prepared.
But don't hit me with the "it's not you, it's me."
Oh, I didn't hit him with that. I didn't.
I don't.
I hate hearing that though.
Yeah.
I'm like, get ready for me.
Like, it's not you, it's me. What the do you mean by that?
Yeah, no.
It's still me. If you tell somebody it's not you, it's me, it's still them.
I don't
You
think
understand?
so.
Because it's like it's not you, it's me. But the reason I'm acting like this is because of you. It's still you.
I don't think so, though.
It's the person you are.
No, it's not. Because I can imagine, and I'm pretty sure. Actually, yes, I'm going to use you as an example. Because to me, you are a great woman. You're very loving and you're very loyal. And you've run into a lot of men who I personally feel were not ready for a woman like you solely because of them.
Touché.
It wasn't you, though. It was never you. You're great.
But
They're
I was
awful.
so much for them. It was me still. You get it? It was still me. It was them. It was both of you guys. I'm sorry. But I feel like that too. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we both came up to that synopsis of myself.
Yeah.
These niggas weren't ready for me.
At all. Never.
It's okay. Love them.
That is okay.
I feel like all the guys I've dated or whatever been with, they all taught me something. So I take that and I run with that.
Yeah. You just collect all the lessons.
You collect all the lessons.
Until you have all the infinity stones and then you crush your husband.
I want to be married in like 4 years.
4?
4.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Mm.
I'm down.
That's soon.
I'm down. You think so?
Actually, no. That's not soon. 28. You'll be 28.
I'll be 28. Like, I'm about to be 30.
That's a perfect time. But you never want to have a timeline, though. Because there's this woman, she was crying online, talking about she had this plan to be married with kids, with a career at 29. She's 27. She don't got none of that. And she was like, I had to get rid of all of those expectations I had for my life.
Yeah. And honestly, I met a woman the other day who had triplets at 46. And her husband was 63. And it's just like, you never think things like that are going to transpire. And then when they do, and they come in that abundance, you're like,
God gonna have to work on my heart. Because immediately I'm thinking, suicide. Suicidal. Yeah, I'm out of here.
To the clinic we go.
Immediately, yes. All 3 of them.
All 3 of them? You wouldn't save not one?
No. Absolutely not.
I might save one.
Oh,
one
Lord.
swimmer.
I honestly, fuck and shit for me personally. Because I'm like, God, that's definitely a sin. If God doesn't want me to have that child, he gonna get rid of that child for me. I'ma just really trust on him. But I'ma really pray for that though.
Yeah.
Please pray. Change my path, Father, please.
Now let me ask you, because with the lukewarm situation, I feel like sometimes my definition gets blurred. Because I'm like, although we sin and we know we're sinning, does that make us lukewarm?
Nah.
Do you? No.
Nah.
It's the heart.
It's the heart.
Yeah. You gotta just it's that chase.
The fact that we know it's wrong. That we know we shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, your conviction. It's your conviction when you do those things changes as you chase the Lord. But you know, listen. I've sinned sitting right here so many times. Every time a curse word comes out my mouth, I'm like, "Oh, girl,
yeah,
like please
you
relax."
Use another word.
You know, you can expand your vocabulary
for sure.
You feel me? I actually just assigned. I'm going to trying to join the worship team at my church, and in order to do that, you have to go through this growth track and complete these steps. And the last step that I did, it's 4 weeks. The last step that I did, you have to sign off on a commitment between you and God to not do certain things as a leader of the church.
Is sex one of those things?
Sexual immorality, yes. Including sex outside of marriage. cursing, like drinking till you get drunk.
Yeah.
Um, it was a lot of the things that I
I do.
do, and I was just like, okay, Lord, I'm definitely gonna need your help because I cuss so much. It sucks. It
It
sucks.
disgusts you.
It's like before. I noticed that little oopsie.
Yeah.
It's like I got more of a magnifying glass on myself. It kind of sucks
Yeah.
because it's like I see all of my
Facts.
my flaws.
And like, so I'll act on sin sometimes, and or act on like impulse, and which it results in sinning. And I'll say, like, I know this is terrible. I know this, and low key, with time, God kind of like takes it away,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't even like. It's kind of like, well, thank you for doing that,
Mm-hmm.
because you know that was a struggle of mine,
Mm-hmm.
or this was a person I needed to let go of. So thank you,
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you.
And when you do those things, be careful not to judge yourself or have shame in regards to those
Oh,
things.
I do.
Don't
I'm
do
like, you
it.
dirty dog.
Ah!
Why would you do something like that?
But shame is a sin too.
Yeah.
So it's like it's so weird because when I catch myself sinning and then I do it and then I catch myself about to like be shameful,
Yeah.
I'm like, gosh, okay. Literally, oh,
Stop it! No. It's terrible. Anyway, let's switch gears. Okay. Intentions. Okay, I'm really getting big on intentions, especially in my dating life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably another reason why I ghost, because I'm like, this doesn't seem intentional, or this doesn't seem like, something I want to like put myself into. And I really feel like nowadays with the guys that are in our generation, they do not make it safe enough for me to be vulnerable, and for me to be safe, and for me to be expressive. Like, I don't get that vibe from, certain guys, and I don't even feel the need to pursue it, because I'm like, I don't feel safe enough. Like, I don't feel like you've opened that space up for me to be in my femininity, in my, just in my emotions.
What do you find that like makes you feel safe from a man?
From a man, wow, that's a good question. What makes me feel safe is a communicator, like just someone who uh, expresses to you like their feelings, and makes it a little more comfortable for you to express your shit. And I like people. I like what makes me feel safe is just someone wanting to know more about me, and just like I start to see people's intentions, and I'm like, okay. And I like a guy who's like just so comfortable with himself that like he can share certain things with me. It makes me feel more open.
Yeah.
Like, I was talking about this on the last or 2 pods ago, and I'm like when a man's like, oh, I gotta take a shit.
You like that?
I like that. Because I'm like, oh, he doesn't care. We all poop. Like, he doesn't care to be like, oh, not, you don't have to say those words, but you just like, oh, like, you're just
there's a comfort. Yeah.
There's a level of comfort. When you try to act all Rico Suave and like all cool, and it's just like,
that's corny.
It's so corny.
That's corny.
It's so
That's
freaking corny.
You like someone who's real. I feel like I have to second that on the communication. Like, I felt the most safest in terms of being with a man when he is very straightforward about what he wants with me. He's very straightforward. He tells me how he is. He wants to know more about me.
Yeah.
What else?
I love straightforward.
I love that.
Because to beat around the bush is crazy. Like,
I love a man who thinks about what he says before he says it to me. Like, and I can see you thinking about it and being very careful and very intentional. I love an intentional man.
I met a guy who was like, basically, he was like, you know, you overanalyze things, like you don't just go with the flow. And it was just like,
okay, and
yeah, I mean, I don't want to go with the flow.
Yeah, like get a woman who wants to go with the flow.
Get a woman who wants to go with the flow. I don't want to go with the flow. I want to know what's going on.
Like, don't tell me I'm to anything.
Yeah.
Like, who are you?
I don't like that at all. So, do they have to make their intentions known, like, within a certain amount of time for you?
I feel like an intentional man makes it a point to let you know right off the bat.
Yeah.
Like, I know exactly what kind of man I'm dealing with when that happens.
And are you, like, do you know your intentions when you're talking to a guy, even whether they're good or bad? Like, do you know going in, like,
you have to know what you want, because if you don't know what you want, you're gonna go with anything. You're gonna let that man drag you wherever he wants to go, and that man could have no direction.
Yeah,
you know,
which a lot of them don't.
Yeah, and I feel like knowing what I want protects me from so much. It protects me from having my time wasted. It protects me from the man who God does not have for me. So yes, I do have a criteria for myself that
I'm strict as hell nowadays.
Hello, you have to be.
I'm super
you have to be.
strict.
You have to
That's
be.
That's why it goes. It all goes back to ghosting. This is why it goes. I need to stop.
Honestly.
Do I?
We're backtracking.
Okay, I'm sorry. No, I do need to stop. Cause at the end of the day, I'm grown. I should be able to be like, yo, I don't like you.
Yeah, like I don't think we align, and that's okay. Think we align.
That's yeah.
Have a blessed day.
Keep being great.
Yeah, you know.
Let's get into corrupt comments.
Ooh. Corrupt comments.
Was that not it? hit them with that again.
Corrupt comments.
I love that. Get some showgirls like animated.
Yeah.
Across the screen. Listen, man, I got real plans for this pod. You know, it's just
big ones.
It's just time. It's just me, so bear with me.
She lying. It's not just her, y'all.
It's not just me, but I mean, like,
yeah,
I'm the face, so you know,
yeah,
whatever.
Corrupt. I'm so sorry.
Does my name do you feel like my name is like pretty cool, or do you think I should go back to using like my real name? I never.
Were you ever? Yeah, I was about to say you never done that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. You're developing a brand for yourself.
Yeah. Corrupts.
Yeah.
It's almost. I'm just trying to think.
Where did that come from?
I was just trying to be different in school. Like, I was trying to be different. I was going to school. At first, my name was Society Corrupts. Because I was just like, oh, I'm different. Fuck you. And then, you know, I shortened it. And I just went to Corrupts. And I was just like, you know, that's cool.
Huh.
It's like, you know, I'm trying to imagine, like, people calling me that out in public or something.
You like it? You feel like it's you?
I feel like it's me at this point, because it's like, that's all they know.
Has anybody ever like been out on the outside and called you that?
Like, as a joke. They know my real name, but they have said that like as a joke. Like, hey, that's me.
Let's make it a thing.
Yeah, let's make it.
Everybody call her Corrupts.
Everybody call me Corrupts. Let me get into that mode.
If you call her by her government, you're being disrespectful.
At this point.
Yeah.
We're not calling...
We gotta start being like these hood dudes.
Yeah, we're not calling Rod Wave Rodarius. We're calling him Rod Wave.
Is that his name?
That is his name.
Holy cow.
You think he should keep Rod?
Whoa, absolutely. Oh my gosh.
Rodarius.
That just made me profile him right off the bat. Like, oh my gosh.
Anyway. This is from the Don't Trip podcast. Shout out to them. They are sponsoring our corrupt comments. They're not really sponsoring.
Oh, I was about to say shut up.
But then that sounds so cool.
Yes.
Anyway, no, we just got the idea from them. Anyway, shout out to them.
Once you get in a relationship, should your boundaries with your best friends change? Don't trip.
We got you.
All right, so when you get in a
That's a
relationship,
great
should the
question.
boundaries
That's a great
within your friendship, they said best friend, whatever, should they change? That's actually a really good question, I feel.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're low-key the closest people to you. Like, your best friend and your boyfriend.
Yeah.
I guess we would have to be more specific on boundaries.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. See, here's my thing, and I'm going to comment on this. Because if you tell your best friend something, right, is that grounds for, and you know they're in a relationship, are you supposed to tell, your partner?
That's a great question.
People are like, oh, my partner's my BFF. We're cool, whatever. He's more than just my boyfriend. He's my confidant. Mm-hmm. So you're best friends with a girl, and she's telling you her business as best friends do. Mm-hmm. But you're not thinking, oh, this girl is gonna go cuddle up with her man and spill all the tea.
How do you feel about that?
I think it depends. Like, okay, yeah. To me it depends. Like, if your friend, let's say, if your friend has like had an STD before, mm-hmm. or something like detrimental to their character, no, I'm not gonna tell my man.
I agree.
Like, that's too much. Like, that's like a lot.
Yeah,
there's lines you can't. I don't feel like you can cross.
I agree.
Yeah.
100%. You gotta use your discretion. But a lot of women don't have common sense when it comes to that. Like, they're pillow talking OD.
No, and I've seen partner. It. No, they are.
Like, I think that's crazy to me. Because I feel like you got, I don't know, your friendships that's your sisterhood. Like.
And these niggas are not forever. I just don't go into it thinking things could happen. But I feel like your friends, you always have your friends.
Yeah. Now, if you're building something with someone, now towards forever. I mean, no one's really forever. We all die. But if you're building towards that, then there should be like, I don't know, have respect for everybody.
Yeah, I think parties.
Yeah, you just gotta have respect, and I feel like your friends, if they understand that you're in a relationship, they're going to get that. They're gonna get that and honor what you're building with that person.
Yeah, but for me, I'm like, don't tell your nigga my business.
Absolutely not.
Like,
absolutely not.
Nah. I don't need him looking at me no type of way. I just don't need to even know that he knows anything.
Like, I think that's what it is for me. Like, I just be putting myself in that situational.
Shoes,
like, what would I want somebody to know about me?
Right. What would I want somebody to know? And then 9 times out of 10, you don't really know her nigga like that. So
exactly.
It's just like we ain't friends. We ain't all cool.
Like, unless you offer that information to him, what am I telling him that for?
Yeah.
No.
I feel like you and my ex were cool.
Oh yeah.
Like, enough for like, if she wanted to share something with him or whatever the case was, like. Or if she told me something.
Oh, yeah. Like.
He would probably know. I don't know.
That was different, though.
Yeah.
Because we were friends before.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So, but that's probably.
That's
never going to be the
happen
case.
Again. Yeah, pretty much.
Do you believe, like, speaking more on that, like, do you believe in keeping that separate? Like, your friends befriending your partner?
And you know what? This was actually a topic, I think, on the Breakfast Club, and Carly Red was saying, like, I don't care if I'm dying. Don't reach out to my boyfriend and tell him anything. Like, I don't care if we're together and you see me having a heart attack, don't call my man. So,
huh?
Yeah, stupid. Yeah, and she
like
was so
an emergency.
Yes, she was very serious about it. And when I think of like incidents like that, no, reach out to my man. Let whoever I'm with, family, whatever, let them know. So yeah, when it comes to emergencies, yeah, but I would want like my boyfriend and my friend to definitely be cool. Like y'all don't have to be besties and you know whatever, but I definitely would want, you know, you guys to be cool. Like I want us to all be able to chill. Cool enough for vacation. Thank you.
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. He sees you like a sister. Like, you know, like I like that.
Because I think in regards to like me and your ex, I think we were too cool. I think we were too close. I think that and it only became too close after y'all got together. But like cuz there would be points where I'm hearing things about your relationship before you get a chance to tell me. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to juggle this. I'm the wrong, I don't know how, I'm not a juggler. I'm not a juggler. I'm just not, I don't know. Cause I'll just slip up and say,
shit about me?
No, never. Never that.
Try to be around me now. Anyway, shout out to him. Anyway, yeah. And you gotta know your friends. Like, if you really think that your friend is that that is gonna wanna be with who you're with and wanna,
you won't even keep a woman around you like that. I don't think none of the women in your circle are like that.
Yeah, no.
Mine
absolutely
neither.
Not. I don't like. We don't. And honestly, the niggas y'all like not even my type.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure vice versa. I'm like, okay, if you like them, yeah. Anyway,
that's hilarious.
Let's get into the 20-somethings questions. All right. Do you have a jingle for that? You can think of something. We love our artists.
20. No.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. We're working on that one.
We are.
Yeah. I'll just send you a pack so you could pick from it later.
Yeah. Get Mo to do the beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1, 2.
A little.
Let's really kick this shit up a notch, guys.
You know, make it.
You know, and if you guys know anyone, any creatives, jingle makers, just artistic souls, reach out, man. Let us know. I need a new logo. I need a couple of things. So let me know. Give me some ideas, guys. We're still new to this. So
join the team.
People do not have no clue. They're like, I want to start a podcast. I'm like, that's cool. Like,
it's a lot of
some work. You know, it's more than just showing up. Unless you do it at a studio. I feel like recording at a studio is a little more easier because all the equipment and shit is already there. But, like, if you're really trying to get out the mud.
Tell them.
You're going to get dirty. Okay. All right. 20-somethings question. As you know, every episode we ask a 20-somethings question. It's kind of like, you know, the 20 questions that we were doing when we were younger, when we were asking inappropriate things we shouldn't have really been asking. More than what's your favorite color, okay? So, is there a lesson that you keep failing? So, I feel like when you're in your 20s, you're so stubborn and you kind of think you know what's right or you think you have things all figured out. But you know there's a lesson that maybe God keeps showing you or that keeps happening and you're like, you keep failing it because you want to do what you want to do. And that's really being 20. Like, we just do what we want to do rather than, like, probably what we should be doing. But that's also the beauty. I feel like in your 20s, you kind of, like, literally get to fall and keep getting up and falling and keep getting up. I'm really hoping 30s, like, a little more stability. So, yeah, what do you think is a lesson that you keep failing?
Oh, my gosh. So many. First? Please.
A lesson I keep failing. I keep failing the lesson of discipline and consistency. I fail all the time with that. I'm not consistent at a lot of things that I wish I could be consistent with. And I'm not disciplined in a lot of areas I feel like I could be disciplined in. And I know it. And I keep choosing to be inconsistent and keep choosing to do whatever I would like to do. And yeah, I feel like I keep getting shown that lesson and I keep failing it.
Mm-hmm. Can I steal that one? Oh my gosh.
Not quite.
Okay. Well, I second that.
Retweet.
Man. Oh, chasing perfection. Like that's one. That's one. Like I at the gala I had met I won't say who I met, but I met someone who could be very instrumental potentially in my career as an artist. And I built up a lot of courage to speak to this person the whole event. And then um after I put it in my head, I was like, listen, hey, you got to be consistent with pushing your stuff, pushing your work. Like, you can't just like sit on these things until it's perfect. It won't be perfect.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's okay. People are put in positions to be able to help you and give you advice. So, yeah, perfection.
This is so true. Like, there's instances where people are like, did you talk to them about your podcast or did you mention your podcast? And I'm like,
bro,
no.
we were on the street.
Yeah, we were on the street. I forgot. We were leaving somewhere. And I seen this girl from this other podcast, and I always like wanted to interview. It's her and a group of other people, and I always wanted to interview them because I really think like they have stories. And I was just like, hey, and she even gave me a hug. She didn't even know me. She was like, hey, and like I just was like, no, I don't want to disrupt her, so I never mentioned my podcast. But I feel like that could have been an opportunity, to get her on the show. So I struggle with that too, because I'm like, I mean, I always think, even when I get new guests, guys, I'm like, who would want to come on this platform that's so underdeveloped, that doesn't have a lot of subscribers or like 100 whatever views or whatever the case is, like you start questioning the shit you're doing because it's not, you feel like it's not up to par. But like your first project, that was a phenomenal first project, and you don't acknowledge it because you feel like it could have been better, you could have did this,
because you grow.
Yeah,
like you grow. But that's so real. That's so real, because we hold ourselves to this standard, and that messes us up a lot of the times. I think you're dope.
Thank you. I think you're dope.
Yeah, no, I think you're dope, and I think you're going to be so big. I think you're gonna achieve so many heights.
It'd be so cool if we like made it around the same time.
I mean,
right? And we were like both in the industry but doing totally two different, like you're on the front line and I'm like,
and nobody knows that we're associated unless they do a deep dive into your older episodes. And I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, you're gonna be at that event too? Like, Rock Nation hit you up too for the brunch? Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same.
Man. Coming up with your dogs, man.
That's the thing. Like it. That's probably so, that's probably just like so phenomenal, coming up with your dog, because everybody's not gonna come. Everybody's not gonna come with you or make it, or you guys are totally on two different life paths.
Yeah. But don't stop doing that. So I almost chased that damn girl down the street so you can tell her you're a podcaster. You got to. You have to.
She did. She was like, no, we gotta go get after her. And I'm like, no, Naya, just leave it alone.
Yeah. You gotta seize the opportunity.
Yeah.
Well, you never know when you're gonna be in the same space as those people again. You gotta let people know why they need to know you. Right. Not why you need to know them. Like, nah, you're the shit. You're corrupts. Yeah. Like,
period.
Come on now.
Stay down till you come up.
Yeah. Like that. I mean, Lord, I'm so sorry.
You see?
My mouth. But go up.
Righteousness and ratchetness.
Hello. That's a great episode title.
Righteousness and ratchetness.
Yeah, that's a great title.
Because I really think this podcast is like the perfect description. Like, we are believers, but we are human, and we are 20, and we are young and turned.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to
I'm not gonna lie, I do be looking at those girls who are our age and
Yeah.
believers, and they just be living so like cute and like together and
Yeah.
collected. And I'm just like, girl, I'm trying to get like you.
Even the things they post, like, I'm not gonna lie, things are funny, and a lot of the times they're not holy. The holy things aren't funny. Sometimes just dark humor that is just hilarious. You can't get rid of it.
I do be having my auntie moments though. Like some holy funny content be getting holy humor.
No, holy humor is definitely a thing. There's like a whole army on TikTok.
I'd be dead.
Of spiritual funny people.
Yeah.
Can I tell you why I admire you before we close out the pod?
Oh, please.
Okay. And let me tell you, this is also why that it's good to not have friends that are envious and that are jealous. It's so good to have friends that are supportive and that love you. You did something so remarkable within these past couple of weeks. You quit your 9 to 5. Okay? Mm-hmm. You quit your 9 to 5 to get a job. I won't say where. But it's involving the music industry, involving what she wants to do with her actual career and her actual life. And I think that so many people do not bet on themselves and do not step out on faith and quit their 9 to 5. So now we're in a cycle of being stuck somewhere for 30 plus years trying to collect just a pension. Mm-hmm. And I love that she was like, I'm going to go a different route. You know, I'm going to choose to bet on myself and do it this way. And regardless, it's like, I feel like you are much happier.
Thank you. I am. And I've been having so much fun with my life. Like, yeah. I've been having so much fun. What I'm doing now doesn't even feel like work.
And that's the goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the goal.
Mm-hmm. You have to seize every opportunity and say yes to everything, you know, because the field that I'm an artist, but what I'm doing work-wise, it's now my 9 to 5. Yeah. It's not something that I'm interested in, you know, in being, because I'm in marketing for a company, and
a very well-known company.
Yo.
Okay.
in the
Big
music
dog,
industry.
Not the little one.
Hello. But it's not what I want to do, but it's like it's a door.
Yes.
Right?
It gets you into those opportunities. Yes.
It's a door. Exactly. And I was in LA about a month ago, and I was speaking with Michael Rapino. He works with Live Nation, and he was saying don't let this be the highlight of your career. Allow it to be a door, and let it only be a door, and continue to chase highlights, because you're always gonna top yourself as you're chasing those doors and seizing those opportunities. So I feel like I've been taking that very seriously, and taking heed to that, and that has had me in so many rooms, to God be the glory, that I wouldn't have imagined myself being in. I've rubbed my shoulders with people who are behind the scenes that you don't know, but who are making crazy moves in the music industry.
Yeah.
You know, so it's I'm blessed. Like, blessed, man.
Yeah. It makes you cry.
Yeah, man.
I was like,
Don't cry,
I'm so
man.
proud. But you know what? Was that, like, did you think at all or contemplate at all the choices, like, continue this 9 to 5 or work for this company that could open doors to this and this? Like, did you have to ponder on it, or you were like, this is what we're going with, this is what we're gonna do?
I'm not gonna lie, like, when it came to me it was clear that I had to leave my job, I was like, okay, no, I know what I have to do. But like, even in the last week of, you know, my last day, I had this fear. I was like looking for part-time positions within my company.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm like, oh, I gotta hold on to, you know, this guaranteed income.
And that, yes.
You know,
yes.
and I was just like, first of all, I had to remember that God is not going to put me in this position to have me fall on my face. And I got to just trust in him and have that be that. And, you know, that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. God's not going to put me in a position to fail.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Like I said again, I'm so proud. It really inspired me. It really inspired me because that's the goal. The goal, especially when you're a creative in any sense, an artist, you want to do videography, photography, anything in the media, I feel like there is a sense of stability in the 9 to 5 that's so hard to leave. Mm-hmm. So it's so inspiring that you were like, yo, I'm gonna step out on faith, like the stability. God's gonna provide me the stability that I need, mm-hmm. not what I think, I need. He's gonna provide me what he thinks I need. So I love that, and I'm the type of person, I'm so logical. I always think things out, and mm-hmm. I have to, like, sometimes I will think my way out of something. Yeah. So when you have a friend that's just like such a go for it type of friend, I love that. It puts the battery in my back. Like, yeah. I can't wait to leave this 9 to 5. Yeah, and God, can't wait to get out of here.
God is gonna continue to put you in positions with people in different places where, even at your job, you were telling me that you met somebody who could push your agenda forward. Like, he's gonna keep placing you in positions, and that's when you're meant to be doing that thing. Yeah, that thing. So yeah, man.
That thing. We're gonna close out the pod. We close out the pod the same way every time. It's a little fill in the blank. It's something about your 20-somethings that... You want to go first? I'll go first.
Yes.
It's something about your 20-somethings that makes you want to step out on faith.
Girl. It's something about your 20-somethings.
Look into my camera.
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
Okay. It's something about your 20-somethings that makes you want to take the risk. That was basically what you said.
Yeah, but you actually did it, so love her.
T, you're doing it too.
Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of the 20-somethings podcast. Follow us, subscribe to our channel on all platforms. Thanks again.
What you said.
Yeah, but you actually did it, so